Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2017 Dodge Journey. We're going to be taking a look at the Yakima FullBack 2-bike trunk mount bike rack. This bike rack is designed to work with vehicles with spoilers, and it's going to accommodate most factory spoilers. This bike rack is going to hold 2 bikes, or this version is going to hold 2 bikes. Each bike can weigh up to 35 pounds. There is a 3-bike version that you can find here at eTrailer. Keep in mind, with the 3-bike version, the total weight capacity of all 3 bikes on the rack cannot exceed 90 pounds. The rack is going to attach to the vehicle or secure to the vehicle in 4 locations. You're going to have 2 hooks at the top and 2 hooks on the bottom that hook around the edge of your door. Keep in mind, with this being a trunk mounted bike rack, we are not going to be able to use our hatch door or our rear windshield wiper. So you might be asking yourself, why would I want this bike rack if I can't get into the back of my vehicle? Well, there's a couple other alternatives that you can look at for mounting your bikes or bringing your bikes with you. One, you can load them in the vehicle. If you have a bunch of stuff in there, you can't fit the bikes in. 2, a hitch. You don't ever plan on towing a trailer, you're going to have to spend the extra money to buy a hitch, then buy a bike rack to put your bike on. 3, a roof rack. You're going to have to put crossbars on, you're going to have to buy a bike rack that fits those crossbars, you're going to have to load your bikes up on top of your roof each time you want to bring them with you. With this bike rack being as light as it is, at 21 pounds, it's easy enough to take off and put on when we want to use it if we want to gain access to the back of the vehicle. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at how the bike secures to the rack and a couple of other features that I really like about it. We're going to have 2 zip strips here on top, and we're going to have one here on the side for our anti-sway. We come to the front, we're actually going to have a lock. You can see it is kind of short, but we only really need to secure their front bike. If our front bike is locked in place, they're not going to be able to get the second one off. Locks in place right there. It does come with keys, and here on the edge, what I really like that Yakima does is they actually added on a bottle opener. So if you're out, you get back from a long ride, a couple bottles, you can have a nice cold one, pop the cap off. Now let's go ahead and move up here. We'll go ahead and show you how to take these off and remove your bike. You're going to have a tab here in the front and one on the back side. You're going to push them in, and you're going to pull these straps off. I will recommend keeping these close by so they don't get lost. Go ahead and remove our bike. Once you have your bike removed, I do recommend reinstalling your straps so they're there and ready to go for the next time. Our cradles are going to have a nice rubber pad. You'll notice the channel that runs down the center. This is for your cables that may be on the bottom of your bike frame. If we're coming down here to our sway cradle, the actual inner pieces are going to be plastic, but it does have a nice rubber pad here, so we're not damaging our frame. It also can be folded up to give it a little more aerodynamic design, to get it out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. Now with our rack in this position, we're going to go ahead and give you some measurements as if you were carrying your bikes to see how much you're adding on to the back of your vehicle. So from the outermost part of our bumper, we're looking at about 22 inches. So that's the number you want to keep in mind if you're parking in any tight spaces. One thing to keep in mind, when you load the bike rack onto the vehicle and you're getting ready to put your bikes on, you want to make sure the arms are horizontal to the ground, so you want to make sure they're coming straight out. The arms can be folded down, so when you don't have the bikes on, you simply twist the knob. We'll fold this down. Do the same thing here. You can see there's a little lock there with an arrow. We'll just turn it. We can rotate our arm down. And then we'll go ahead and take another measurement. Now from the outermost part of our bumper to the outermost part of our rack, which is going to be our straps here, you're looking at about 5 inches. So again, just keep that in mind when you're parking in a tight space, for instance, backing into your garage. Bike rack's going to be a steel construction, black powder coat finish, nice thick foam pads on the portion that is up against our glass so that the metal is not making contact. Down at the bottom, on the corners, they're going to have rubber pads so we don't have to worry about paint job getting damaged. The upper and lower portion of the rack can be adjusted the same way we adjusted our arms. Simple twist of this knob and it'll allow us to fold the rack up, or we can adjust it so it'll accommodate different vehicles we may be using in our family. With being able to fold the rack up, makes it nice and compact. We want to take it off, store it in our garage for the winter. We can throw it up on the wall. With it only being 21 pounds, it makes it pretty easy. My overall thoughts on this rack, there's one in particular thing that I really don't care for, and that is going to be the steel construction. It makes it a little bit heavier, although it is durable. If it does get scratched, it's going to rust over time. Plus, when you're putting it on the vehicle, if any of the metal touches any of your paint work, could potentially scratch it or even break your glass if you're not careful. A couple of things that I really do like about it. I really like the lock feature that's integrated on the rack. I also like the bottle opener itself. You don't find a lot of racks with bottle openers on them, or even the integrated locks. That being said, it's going to do it for a look at the Yakima FullBack 2 bike rack on a 2017 Dodge Journey.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then on to our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or uneven pavement. And last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway.